We're good.
Hello. Okay, we chose the table instead of the very intimidating podium. So my name is Maggie Simpson. I work at Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada, and I'm one of the co-chairs of the Young Members Advisory Committee.
And I'm Wayne. I'm also a co-chair of the Young Members Advisory Committee, and I work at Fisheries and Oceans. And yeah.
So we're here today to talk to you about a motion that the Young Members Committee is proposing. It's a proposal to look into a progressive due structure. So Wayne's just going to go over our presentation.
Okay, so I'm going to just give you a rough outline of what our presentation is all about and why you should vote yes. So we're going to talk briefly about the intent of the resolution, what it's all about, why you should vote for it, and some misconceptions associated with this issue, and some conclusions that we hope you can take away from this.
Okay, so moving on to the next slide. So just before we get started, I just want to reiterate that this is a proposal to explore and research what a progressive due structure would look like for CAPE specifically. This isn't something that we would implement tomorrow, and it's something that we want to research well and come back to you folks. I think we have down here March 2016 with proposals, options. So we really want to be transparent about the proposal and come back to you folks with recommended approaches. So your yes vote today is a yes to explore what a progressive due structure would look like for CAPE specifically, not based on other unions or other unions' experiences. It would be very CAPE specific. So we're looking at what a progressive due structure would look like in the best interest of future and current CAPE members. So what is a progressive membership due structure? So under a progressive due structure, those who earn less pay dues more proportional to their income, and those who are a bit further along in their careers pay a bit more in proportion to their income. So that's the basic idea of a progressive due structure.
So why is this a good idea? Why a progressive membership due structure? So currently every member pays a flat amount of membership dues, $48 a month. So that's about $576 a year. And so we all pay the same, but we don't all earn the same income. So when you look at it this way, for example, EC employees at the highest salary levels make 153% more than employees at the lowest salary levels. TR employees at the highest levels make around 109% more than employees at the lowest levels. And the librarians at the highest levels make around 156% more than those at the lowest salary levels. And and at the end of the day, we all pay the same amount of dues. So that's why I think this is a good idea. And so the basic point here is that while we all get the same services and protections from the union, workers who earn less pay effectively a higher percentage of their salaries toward membership dues than workers who earn more. So that's fundamentally unfair.
So as we mentioned at the beginning of our presentation, this motion came from the Young Members Advisory Committee, and we discussed it there, and they wanted us to bring this forward to you folks to vote on. So next slide. We're just going to go into some common misconceptions about this motion or how it could be perceived. So misconception number one is it's a motion to increase dues. So really this is all about distribution. This isn't a motion to increase dues in any way. It's a proposal to explore what a more fair distribution would look like for CAPE members. So whether dues stay the same or increase, this motion is to explore a progressive due structure. It's just a proposal and it won't be implemented tomorrow, I promise.
Okay, so misconception number two. So is the idea, why should someone pay more if they're not getting more in services? And so the fact is that union representation and protection has never been about pay per service. And services and protection from the union are the same for all employees. Always have, always will. And so what I think that question really sort of tries to get at is the idea of same versus fair treatment. So the current due structure treats everyone the same despite differences in income levels. The progressive membership due structure is about treating people fairly. and equitably by recognizing these differences in income levels. So the parallel we like to draw is we have that in our society already through the progressive taxation system, right? So we wouldn't want someone like Bill Gates to pay the same flat fee for their income as someone, one of his workers. Why would we want the same in our unions, right? So that's the basic concept there.
So just in conclusion, if we haven't already convinced you, some extra reasons to vote yes for this proposal. It's a proposal, so it's something that we're looking into. It's something that we want to explore and understand better so we can come back to you folks in a year or so with options. Another reason, it's important to support our members at all salary levels. It's something that we think is important because we want a fair and more equitable union for current and future members. So hopefully that convinces you if you weren't already convinced.
Thank you very much.